I've said before. Why are you worried?
Because it's shit you've said before.
Shit you've said before. That's why I'm worried.
Okay, cool. I'm recording now. All right. Shall I start with the disclaimer, or should we just go balls deep and tell you what your stream name should be?
No, tell me what my stream name is. I will edit this into the podcast. Don't worry.
Oh, I have two for you. It's one
We'll
you've.
start the podcast officially properly after you.
Okay, it's one you've heard before. When I relax, it's the first one was it's Baby Jake. At Baby Jake, but the second one, you know what it is. It's Bob at Bob Marley's Love Child dot twitch.com. And on that note, welcome to the podcast, Healthy Therapy, ladies and gentlemen. The following podcast may contain explicit language, and all views expressed are of our own opinions. Kindly be advised, we are not professional medical practitioners. If you feel as though you need further assistance, kindly visit a licensed medical practitioner, doctor, or therapist, as we made this podcast to get the conversation started on mental health. We will also be diving into finance topics, as well as psychological, spiritual, through the lens of poetry and comedy. Please enjoy the podcast. Arieng Madod, shall we begin?
The tempo. Oh, so that man sounds so just cheap, Simon.
I'm still summarizing.
This man is eating on the job.
What a beautiful way to start.
No, he's not playing
No,
on
what
the
I
job.
understand is that
he's
any
not
job
sleeping on
is
the
lunchtime. I'm
He's
taking any
eating
lunch.
on the job.
Nigga,
I'm
you had
taking
your
any
lunch
lunch,
before we started recording.
No, that
How
was
do
my
you eat
personal time.
lunch in the beginning? Oh my goodness. Welcome to the Healing Therapy Podcast. I am your co-host. What do you even call it? Like a co-host when there's three people?
Well, yeah,
Isn't it a
Are we still co-host?
I think it is
Dry
still
host.
co-host.
Yes, across one cupboard.
man, let three hosts.
Yeah?
Get try.
You know what, nah, there's Google for a reason, guys. There's Google
try
for
hosts.
co-hosts. Try host. Yo, hi guys, we
Did
again.
try
There.
host.
Let's start this again. Try hosts.
I think it's still co-host, guys. But
Ladies and
anyways,
gentlemen, welcome. Batong, kopa go bua ka mona. Hey, di man, jadi gypsy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Healing Therapy Podcast. I am your co-host Mohale Matlale. No way. Muna Mutato Span. You need to have that written there, and I'll just remind him as well.
and this is why we don't record before we have
what.
a meeting, before we start a podcast. Listen, I'm your host,
what that-
Pilatansi. Your fellow host.
And I'm
anyway.
your no, I'm the try host. Mpolikwa.
AKA Aloysius.
Hello.
Today
No
we
comment.
I'm your co-host Mohale Matlala.
Yeah, I think we finally got it. This is why we practice
Wait.
before we
Phil,
press record.
can you hear all of us?
I can hear you all, but with
Hello?
Paul, it's like volume's a bit low.
Guys, it's very important for you guys to understand. At the beginning of the podcast, like just before we started recording, this man specifically told me that if I haven't listened to the previous podcast, he should let me know that the ancestors. Bana, am I lagging or are you guys lagging? I'm not sure at the
I
moment.
think you're lagging,
Think
Mohale,
you-
because you keep breaking on my side.
XA,
Yeah.
hey yo.
Mohale.
Yo.
Tony boy.
Hoe violent I man.
We seem to be experiencing some technical difficulties.
Yeah, Batman is in our midst. He just goes and disappears.
Yeah, when did you hear Batman? The new movie that came out. That shit looks fire. It's on fire.
That bitch actor. Yeah, man, fuck that bitch actor. Hate that.
Listen,
Hey,
I don't know
Batum.
what problem
Which
you have with
bitch
Twilight
ass
and
actor
More.
now? Batum.
Mohale, there's a
Yeah,
new
bro.
Batman movie
That one.
out.
Yeah, man, that one. What the vampire? Come on there, man. Yeah, man. No. The man,
No,
what the
like,
vampire? What's his name?
Mpo, genuinely, he's killing the role right now. He's doing wonders in like that Batman role. I wanna see it. He's killing it.
Pills. I
Mpo,
say
listen,
this with
Mpo,
all due
put
respect.
the
No,
vampires
listen to
aside,
me.
Mpo.
My man, I say this with all due respect to him and his acting career. Fuck that shit. Seriously, though. There were so many movies I was anticipating, bruh. Bro, trust us.
What the hell did
Yo,
he do to
okay,
you?
controversial topic number 1. Batman is
Batum.
trash.
What did he do to
Yeah,
you?
man, no, Batman is the ish. The actors that act as Batman are the fucking shit.
All of them?
Well, let's just say two of them in the last couple of years have not been nice.
This is a very controversial take, my man.
Yeah, like damn, nigga.
Please provide details, because now I'm interested. I want to know.
Explain,
Let
bruh.
them call.
Mm-hmm. Okay, my man. First of all, Pillar, can you please, with all due respect to this podcast, can you please just give us the names of the people that have acted as Batman in the last decade?
Okay, you got it. Hang on. The last decade,
Just,
ne?
just,
For fun, let me
just
add.
Google. Yeah.
For fun, let me add. Let me start with Christian Bale's one, the Dark Knight one. Actors who have played the Batman, live action, since 2008. Because I know there's more. Even before that, there's like Michael Keaton, who now plays who's that guy, Vulture, from the new Spider-Man movies. He was one of the
Yeah.
OG Batman. There's Christian Bale, who plays I'm the Batman, that Batman. And
That was the
then I know after
Yeah.
him it's Ben Affleck, who plays Batman v Superman, that thing, the DC extended universe.
yeah.
But we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
We are
carry
going
on,
to
carry
talk
on.
about that shortly.
Yes, we are. Who's next?
So, Wenampo,
hang on.
your problem is this Robert Pattinson. Your problem is
Man, I don't even know
Robert
his name, and you don't even know how to pronounce it. That's how bad this nigga is.
Hempo!
Emona, pills.
Wait, Mpo.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Batman with nipples? Deadass, there was a Batman with a suit that had built-in
Atom.
nipples. I was like, eh.
Wait. How?
It's George Clooney's Batman.
Hey.
It had the built-in
Atom.
nipples.
Ah,
Jesus.
No,
Yeah.
give me. I need to search that Batman with nipples.
Yo, that always killed me. I don't wanna lie.
yeah. Emona, okay,
Then
fine.
wait, almost
pills,
done.
do you have all
Almost
the
done.
names?
Yes, I got them all now. Technically, there's also Lego Batman. He was played by Will Arnett back in 2013 for the Lego movie. But guys, call up.
Will
Then Ben
Arnett, yeah.
Affleck, the DC
Mhm.
extended universe. And then finally, Robert Pattinson, who plays Batman in the new movie, The Batman, who's critically known for his movie series, The Twilight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and he was Cedric Diggory in
Which
Harry
is a
Potter
beautiful
and the
series of
Goblet
movies, by the
Fire.
way.
Mohal,
Yes. Yes.
What?
They
What did
did
you
him
say?
dirty though.
in Twilight, you
The
think
what?
Twilight's a good movie franchise?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Why?
Who hurt you?
No
Mpo,
one
who hurt
hurt me, dog.
you?
I think it's a actually who hurt you,
Actually.
dog? Because
So,
if
okay,
you're saying
let, let's
if you're saying
let's start with Ben.
Robert,
What did Robert do
yeah,
to you, Mpo? Explain. Explain. Hle.
No, no, it's okay. I'm
did
coming to
It's
hear
not
no
him
did
first.
okay.
they
No,
wait
we're
did
talking
your
about
parents
Batman. Eh?
Mpo, did your parents threaten you, Kalinela Robert or something? Because we need to understand where the passion is coming from. Because wow,
Because we don't
uh,
understand where this hate is
my
coming from,
goodness.
bruh. Like, talk to us. Hle. What happened? Who hurt you?
that was wait. So now, right now, I'm talking about Batman and his performance with Batman.
Mm-hmm.
So, Pillar, if I say Batman to you right now, which actor do you remember?
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, exactly. Who is the second actor you remember?
George Clooney with the nipples.
Exactly.
But if I'm being honest, it's Michael Keaton.
Yeah. So it's Michael Keaton, né?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Bale, and then obviously the nipples. And who? And if you think about the worst actors ever to act Batman, né?
Yeah.
What's the first name that pops up in your head?
Yeah, Jesus.
Ben fucking Emona, that nigga. Ish, I don't even know how to explain my frustration. I want Ben Affleck.
Mm.
Which part of Batman, the comic, did he capture in his character? Akaqale da.
Yeah, there's several things I can talk about with Ben Affleck's run. Yeah, Batman, because like, kwayona ne, even at the beginning, it was more so DCEU's trying to find their feet with this extended universe that they're trying to build. So a lot of the times, those beginning movies, ne, they felt a lot like Marvel movies, which shouldn't have been the case. Till now, we like dark shit for the DC. Batman like is perfect in like a dark ass atmosphere. That's why like at the beginning Ben Affleck didn't really hit me where I live. You know what I mean? But then in contrast now with this new nigga, they're taking like a completely different take to the DCEU. This nigga, this version of Batman is dark as hell, and we enjoy it. And they're exploring something that has never been explored in the live action movies. For once, we're gonna see Batman be a detective. Y'all are aware he's considered the greatest detective in the DC universe. We're finally gonna see that in live action now. So that's one of the things like I'm so excited and looking forward to. I believe they were adopting the Halloween, the long Halloween story from like the comic books, which is also very famous that side. So if they say like Robert
Yeah.
Pattinson is like killing this role, he's genuinely a dark ass Batman. This is something I'm really looking forward to seeing. So again, Paul, we ask you, what did this vampire nigga do to you exactly?
So my man, me, I believe in my spirit that I'm a werewolf. So start there.
Oh, that's
Uh,
why.
Okay,
You
it's
are
starting to
Team
make
Werewolf.
sense now. It's starting to make sense now.
Yeah, it makes sense now. You're Team
No,
Werewolf.
continue. Continue. No,
it's,
continue.
it's,
I want to hear this
it's
too.
for the it's for the underdogs. Okay. Me, according to my status and my understanding, so it goes Christian Bale, and then it goes Michael Keaton, uh, Josh Clooney, and Kimang, Anna Kimanda, man. What's this guy's name? Is it Will Arnett or something like
The
that? I
one in the
forgot his
Lego
name.
movie, ne?
Uh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So those are my favorite Batman right now. Like that's like the shit I'm going at. Um, and that nigga but that's an oldish take. That nigga that looks like that nigga that ex as Thor. Come on, give Chris Hemsworth. Do you remember
Yeah,
Kevin Connery, something like that? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Do you
I
remember
don't
that
say.
nigga? You guys don't. Some oldish take of Batman. Anyway, and then
Wait, was
the
it
very
movie or the
shitty.
animated series? Because we know if we're gonna talk like legendary actors who've played Batman, let's not forget the animated series
Yeah.
Batman as well. Because homie, that nigga was killing it in the 90s.
Yeah, he was a legend. Yeah.
A
That's
He
how
cartoon,
we
was a
ended up falling in
legend,
love
my
with
man.
Batman in the beginning, bruh.
a cartoon that generally like
Uh,
revolutionized Batman to new audiences. That one was the shit, guys.
exactly.
It was doing the shit, so I'll
Um,
give you that one. Let's also not forget one of my other personal favorites, Adam West. Oh, sure, may he rest in peace.
no,
Hilarious.
then that's a, yeah.
From the new adventures of
I don't
Batman.
know how I missed
Mm,
it, but Fitz, just to say, Ben Affleck. The first thing he killed me with was the presentation of Batman. He
mm,
stood like he looked like he was a second character in his own movie.
mm,
And then secondly, I felt there was lack of emotional character from his side. When you see Batman, you're supposed to be afraid. That nigga they were treating him like he's a nigga next door. So anyway, that's the problem with that take. And now this second take, Yadi man, Hanadi taking man, get Robert.
Robert Pattinson, yeah.
Yeah. So that money, first of all, he kissed come on, kissed Stewart, Kristen Stewart. So Charlie's Angels, my man, those people are very powerful. So that's the
Mm.
first problem. Uh, Second problem, I mean, I've never felt his acting, bruh. Like it always feels like there's a point where he's gonna come hard at it. He's just mundane, like literally flat toned, kind
Mm.
of. I've never seen a movie where he's out of his comfort zone. I don't know. Maybe the Batman is the next thing for him that will bring out something else. But for me, I, it
Oh,
was just it was just like a flat by D, like blah. It was nothing exciting, dog. Like a G string.
So
So I
let
don't
me
know.
just ask. Let me just ask. So when I watch Shebella Batman,
No, 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 no. I'll watch it after like 5 years when everyone has come down.
Papa, for the sake of this podcast, we need to come back and talk
now
about it.
since actually, so now that you've already had your hot take on this subject, you
Uh,
have to go watch it in the next couple of weeks, my guy.
Yeah, you have
You have
to.
to now because we need to come back in the next couple of episodes and come and recalibrate. Oh, okay, Impo, you've watched the episode, you've watched the movie now.
How do you
So
feel about it
what's your
now?
take on his characterization of the character Batman? How do you feel about it now? Because now you already have your hot take. Now we have to go prove it, Wabo. So
Yeah.
now, Loro, now we need to go watch it as well, so that when we have this conversation, we can be like, my chief, nah, this is how I felt, Wabo. Because you can't have a
yeah,
hot take and then run away. You
yeah.
can't, dog.
You cannot.
No,
So
man. I'm not running away. I mean, any case gonna speak a lot about him in the coming days. But anyway,
clean.
let me not. There's this other movie that he did that I liked. Let me not discredit him on everything or what. There's
Okay,
this
what's
one
the
movie where
movie?
he was in space. I think, yeah, High Life. You remember High Life? Do you know High Life?
Mm-mm, but I would like to check that one
Unfortunately,
out.
not for me.
Yeah, watch High Life, my
No.
man. I think that's
Kaya
one
bala ko
movie
na ba
where he
mga
kind
Ari
of.
ba ito ba siya bandi movie tata man?
But thing
Hey,
is, like,
when you must make it.
to be fair, Robert Pattinson after the whole Twilight ish, he started doing like more indie movies, like more that didn't have critical acclaim to like pop culture and stuff like that. So since Twilight, I think the Batman is the first one that's bringing him back into that
Yeah.
sphere again, you know. So I think High Life is one of like those indie types of movies.
Wait, Pills, have you seen thingy? Tenant
Tenant, I've
with
heard a
Russian.
lot about. I haven't seen it. But I know people are losing
I
their
have it on
minds
my
over that
laptop.
one.
I've had it on my laptop for a year now.
And you still
Do,
haven't
Still
do
watched
haven't
it.
yourself
watched it.
do yourself a favor. Do your life a favor and watch that movie, guys. Yo, messes your mind up. But he's also in it. And even there, my man, you didn't even know his presence until the very end.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I
I think my take on the actor is quite low. But hopefully he doesn't win the Batman for me. Because I'm gonna hate him for life, to be honest.
But I also want to add, Jorge, like, I think we've had this conversation before, not on the podcast per se, but like we've had this conversation about Spider-Man where like the moment a new Spider-Man comes up, whenever they reprise the role, we're always gonna have a negative view for the new actor.
Mm.
Because
But
like we're all there ka nako ya Tobey Maguire, you understand?
Maguire was
Mm.
And
there,
literally when the
yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man came, when the Amazing Spider-Man came with Andrew Garfield, we were all like, "Ish, chief, it's a bit too
But
soon to be
Yeah.
with
reprising the
Andrew
role."
Garfield,
And we,
you kind of felt it, bro. You kind of felt the emotions of what Spider-Man should be. Like,
Mm.
yes,
yeah, he presented the emotional part of it, and we were talking last podcast about how Spider-Man should have been portrayed as the mental superhero or the mind
yes,
superhero.
Yeah.
I think he
yes.
even portrayed that quite well, bro. Like he killed it. Now I still want the third movie of the Amazing Spider-Man series. But anyway, we are not producers who get angry at tweets or whatever.
But we
So
are angry
anyway,
fans, so y'all need to make that shit. We are very angry fans. For me personally, more
and
Spider-Man the better.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
man,
then
we
this
don't we
this
don't mind.
this last boy were homecoming. And now he just killed it, boys. And just bringing him into like King, the whole Marvel universe,
Mm.
be it Endgame, be it whatever. I mean, just branching into that as a kid, as Spider-Man, having to present Spider-Man not from his origins but already as a Superman, integrating into that, and then moving along um with the how do you call it, how the Tony Stark series, like moving into that, knowing where to put Tony Stark in his emotions, how like his intelligence in equivalence of Tony Stark. That boy portrayed that thing like, yo, I have respect for that boy,
He
to be
portrayed it
honest.
very
I have a lot of
beautifully, my
respect for
guy.
him as well,
Mm.
because like
Mm,
letting like some, I think it's not most, but some of the scenes with Tony Stark, most of them tend to be improvised, and that's what I
yeah,
appreciate about him. Like he's not trying to be boxed in. He's
mm.
trying, like the famous scene, more is it Endgame, where where he disappears. Like that
Infinity
was
War.
completely Infinity War ish. Nah, guys, it's tough. It's tough. Anyway, but in Infinity War,
Okolo,
that famous scene, yeah.
yeah. It was Kolo, we forgive you, my man.
Yeah, it's tough to decide. But in Infinity War, that famous scene that was completely improvised. You understand?
Yeah,
Mm.
And I
yeah.
think for him being so young and being in this role, he is not boxing himself in, and that's why I appreciate what he's doing. And I think his journey is going to continue being fruitful going forward.
I
Yeah,
wholeheartedly agree. I think Tom Holland was generally made for this role. Honestly speaking, it hit him at the perfect time. Also, like he got the role when he was like 19, back in like
Yeah.
mm,
a year or 2 years before Home Civil War was supposed to come out. And so like you can tell nje, like he was very his physique, everything that he brings to like the character just like propelled it to a whole nother level. But there's something I heard, ne? I don't know if it's a hot take or not. I'll hear from y'all niggas where they say like Toby Maguire was the perfect Peter Parker. Andrew
Exactly.
Garfield was the
That is
perfect
true.
Spider-Man. Tom
That
Holland
is
is
true.
perfect at both. What's your take on
That
that?
is
I love it.
now
I love that take. I love
that's
that
true.
take.
It's true though.
Mm.
Because if we think about it, like the way I envision Spider-Man, ne, ke gore, like when we look at how Spider-Man became Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire kills it every time. Every
Mm.
time 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
But when we
but
see the execution of being Spider-Man, like I feel the connection of Spider-Man more with Tom
Andrew.
Holland rather than Tobey Maguire.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Obviously for me personally, for me personally, I do not recognize Andrew Garfield, but that's just my personal opinion. I do not recognize him, even though he killed. I don't want to put any spoilers, but he killed specific roles in the newest movie of Spider-Man. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody that hasn't watched it yet, but I don't recognize Andrew Garfield. But in terms of what I was saying, like Tobey Maguire really in he put like a body of armor in terms of how he killed the role Peter Parker before he became Spider-Man. You know, so like my attachment to his role in that specific area was amazing. But in terms of being holistically what Spider-Man represents, I'm more inclined towards Tom Holland. So I think that
Yeah.
hot take is perfect. I
And
think it's clear perfectly.
yeah, yeah.
100% then.
No, definitely. And like, not to put it in, like, if you don't put it in words, if you are just thinking about Spider-Man, you are thinking about the initial three. If you are thinking about Peter Parker, everyone says Peter Parker, you initially think about the first three Spider-Mans that came out. You're not thinking
Yes.
about Homecoming or Amazing Spider-Man. Like, mentally, when anyone says Peter Parker, you're thinking, ah, shit, no, that kid is that boy presented what Spider-Man should be holistically. And then you think about the young boy who's coming up now, and everything about him, but everything about him is like is a representative of everything Spider-Man should have been and should be. Like he's holistic in everything. Like you would never think of him as Peter Parker, but anyone should say, "Do you know Spider-Man Peter?" Then you're like, "Yeah, definitely that young boy is Peter." You know, anything about him, I think, presents what Spider-Man should be. Yeah, especially like I said this before, but especially when it comes to the integration of the whole Marvel universe. That boy killed where Spider-Man should be in the entire thing. Like he never went out of his box to be like what can I say? How can I put this? To be a bigger part of the Pills. Conja, fuck.
What's up? I'm here.
I remember this man.
You
Pills,
met
what's the group's name? Fuck.
which
Damn it.
group?
It's not coming, bruh. My mind is stuck in DC.
Oh, it's it's in Marvel, most ne?
Yeah.
Is it the Guardians?
No.
What group, Chief?
Hey, man, as a fact checker, chief.
There's all. Thing is, I can't fact check when I have no idea what's going on here. Speak when. Which group from Marvel are you looking for? There's Fantastic Four.
No.
Oh.
There's the main one, man. There's Thor. There's
Avengers.
Captain America.
Avengers.
The Avengers.
Oh my god. Wait, no. Before you continue. Bruh, you struggled to find the name of the Avengers. That's an L. Okay. What the hell?
Yeah.
My man Pila was
No,
going
but-
back to the comics on some Fantastic Four.
I'm
He
pulling
was about
out
to pull
everything
up
out
with-
my ass from the Marvel
Listen.
universe.
He was gonna start pulling out Wolverine and shit.
Listen, I'm
No
a
ways,
go
bruh.
ham on
You
this.
know,
I was gonna bring out the Thunderbolts, the Young Avengers, the
you know
the West Coast Avengers.
anyone,
Yeah, bro.
anyone,
Yeah.
you know when you get up of your chair, ne, and then you go inside the room and you arrive in that room and you forgot to completely what you went into that room to do. That's exactly what happened to my mind right now. So
Or,
uh,
hear me out.
uh,
Or you went to buy chips at the deli, and Etis is showing you flames right now.
And it is.
Anybody from Bloom understands that reference. I'm sorry. Anybody from Bloom
dude,
knows what I mean.
you never do
So,
anything after the shift, right? Like you prepare yourself to start. You like, as in, I'm hungry. The daily is the best option. You
Nigga,
come
you
back.
sleep after that. Like, there's no other option.
Forget, bro.
You sleep
now
after
I
that
kept telling
ish.
people, horror guys, like you can't if you're in Bloom studying at UFS, you can't tell me about sleep problems when you have a natural remedy sleeping on campus right there in front of you. Come
Yeah,
on.
That ish will knock you
yeah,
out, my guy.
yeah, bro. But in any case, like I was saying, that young boy never wanted or never seemed to want to overdo or over represent himself in the Avengers. Even that take where he was like, I don't want to be an Avenger. I don't know if that was like planned or whatever, but seemed unplanned.
His evolution, though, with
Wait,
the Avengers is the one that always, like, I admire the most. Because, like, when he got introduced by Tony in the first place, he's like, oh shit. I'm about to be an Avenger. Tony Stark, am I gonna be an Avenger? That type of like that energy any kid would have joining like their heroes and fighting alongside them, ne? But then like the progression goes from wanting to be like them to be on some shit. I don't wanna be an Avenger anymore. This ish is too much. It is kicking my ass. Especially after Endgame when it was Far From Home where he was like, hey dude, I just want to be a normal kid for like a week and shit. And everyone is on some, Chief, you're the only Avenger left. What do you mean you just want to be a kid right now? So like that contrast I thought was very beautiful. Harks back to like the original sentence Uncle Ben told Toby's Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. This is your responsibility as Spider-Man. You can't quit it as much as you would like to. This is something that you have to see through. And another thing, ne, that moniker, yo, it's a heavy burden, but it's also very beautiful in what it's trying to portray. Because in essentially, it's telling you that you're not gonna get rewarded for being a hero, but it's still the right thing to
Yamana,
do.
Phila,
Yes.
why you say Monica is heavy, Chief? What are you saying?
I'm saying like that catchphrase is very very heavy when you think about it. The with great
like that
Oh,
power
statement.
comes great
I thought you
responsibility.
were talking about Monica from work, but it's fine.
No,
Continue.
it's because I'm the only
Monica
one.
from work.
Not wow.
Who's Monica from work? I think we take a small tangent here. Who's Monica from work? I don't know about Monica. Who's Monica, dog?
I can clearly tell I'm the only one who went to a Model C school here. Y'all are aware that moniker, not Monica, is an English word.
Yes, we know.
I am not talking
Well,
about a
for some of
Monica Han here.
no, it's
Oh,
fine. We just want to make sure we are on the same page. Next thing you're talking
oh.
about Monica here,
Listen,
and then we are just like
for anyone else
Next thing
listening,
we are
you'll be
at
happy to know I am single. I will stay that way till kingdom come. Thank you very much. I will
You never
happily
know.
stay that way till kingdom come because I am afraid. Because like Okojola, like dating in the 21st century is very difficult. So me, I am good for now. It's fine. I'm good.
But that's why we have our resident Mjolo expert, Mpo. Mpo is the legend when it comes to these things, my man.
I'm
if you
afraid of
ever
his
need-
advice.
If you ever no, don't scare the people away, guys. If you ever need any relationship advice, call us on 06315. Anyway, getting back to the topic.
Wow.
go. I go.
Oh my soul.
Ay,
From
ay,
now on, we're
ay.
scripting every single episode after this because, wow. I was.
I think that was to advantage.
I was saying, Kene,
Anyway,
that whole catchphrase "with great power comes great responsibility" is a beautiful thought, but also a very heavy burden. Because what it's essentially saying is that um, you won't be rewarded for being a hero, but this is still the right thing to do. It's something that you need to do. You know what I mean? Because we all know,
Phil,
yeah,
being on that, uh, do you think then our children should be forced to watch superhero movies?
absolutely.
Because with that, you are saying that then you prepare them for the world. Um, because if you are saying with great power comes great responsibility, and you're gonna be an adult.
Mm,
Um, as an adult, you have a responsibility towards people. Most.
mm-hmm,
So you should never expect any type of reward from anyone you help
mm,
or anyone you deem close to you. As long as you did your part as an adult or as a superhero,
mm-hmm.
then you should be fine with your soul or with yourself.
Yes, and I have a beautiful tangent to this actually. One movie that I think embodies what you just said now very, very beautifully. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse embodies that
Yeah, yeah,
exceptionally well because like it deals with that whole moniker of like taking up someone else's mantle because you're the only one who can do something like this, having more
yeah.
like-minded people beyond some abra, you were the one chosen, you have to be the one to do this. And like that final monologue ne, where Miles is writing, where he's like, okay, let's do this one last time. My name is Miles Morales, and I have been Spider-Man for like the past 2 days, etc., etc. Then you can hear
Mm,
how his like tone about this responsibility has changed. Because at the beginning he was scared to be like Peter, because he idolized that guy so much. He was like, bruh, can I really feel or like live up to this person's shoes? And like in the whole entire movie, they're like, nigga, yes, you can. You can do this. Anyone can wear the mask. Anyone can
yeah,
do great things, like like that type of ish. So I think on top of what the OG Spider-Man has taught us, with great power comes great responsibility and that stuff. Anyone can do that as well. Anyone can give back. Anyone can wear the mask. And I think yes, I do wholeheartedly agree. My kids are gonna watch superhero movies like no one's business. I'm gonna force that shit down
but
their necks. You have no idea. They will understand.
exactly. They have to.
They
They have
have
a
to
choice in the
listen.
subject.
I'm gonna give my kids homework about Miles. I'm gonna be like, okay, the leap of faith scene. I want you to write a 50-page essay on that scene because guys, it's such
Aye,
a
aye,
beautiful
aye,
ass scene.
aye, aye, aye. 50-page essay.
A
Aye,
50-page
aye, aye.
essay because
Wait.
Sheba there, that's literally him going full force with fear, mind you, because never is it stated that Miles got over his fear of becoming Spider-Man. He's still terrified as shit when like he finally makes
mhm.
that leap of faith, but he still does it because it's something he needs to
But
do. It's something he has to do. He has to
yeah,
take that leap of faith.
yeah. But I think it's important to remember when he was down, like everyone was there to support him, but the decision was his own to get up. Like it doesn't matter what
Yes.
anyone says around you. You can have freaking Morgan Freeman as your motivator, your everyday motivator, but if you don't make a decision in your mind, you will never get up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it does also help as well. Like I think I've said this before to Mahale as well, where it's like sometimes now when you're in your head too much, it's very hard to like dig yourself out, you know? As much as it does assist when there's like so many supportive people right in front of you trying to pull you out of like your own head. Sometimes it's more like the most they can do is like literally meet you halfway. At the end of the day, you also need to push that slack back and meet them at that halfway point. You know what I mean? Try to at least like a little bit pull yourself out so they can meet you at that destination. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
Nah, you're up.
Yeah,
But there should also not be an expectation for anyone to be meeting you in the mail or whatever. Yeah.
oh yeah, most definitely.
So, Pills, listen to this. Uh, Welcome to the world of Vodacom. Activating your SIM card. Simply insert your new SIM card into your phone and switch it on. Done.
Alright.
I'm just
Okay.
telling you how to insert your SIM card, chief. I'm doing a community service right now.
This is literally our most random tangent yet, and I'm here for it.
Bro, I'm like, okay, Vodacom, here.
And I am
But-
here for it.
Vodacom, if you are listening, please please sponsor the podcast.
We are looking for sponsors,
I'm mumbling my
guys.
words. Come on, let me change that. Vodacom, please sponsor the podcast. We love you so much. Yes.
And anyone
Simple
else willing to
Simple.
sponsor us?
So, guys, I want to ask you: do we have any poetry for today? Or
The MTN, the pass. That's the MTN. Some of us are everywhere
and
you go.
MTN, listen, and MTN sends me like 10 messages a day. Like, I don't have a problem with it, MTN. I actually love the attention you're giving me. So don't worry, my number is 063156. You can call me anytime.
Listen, when one
that
of these
sponsorship
days,
conversation,
when
you
we
know,
when
so-
we upload this episode, there will
No,
be
hit
someone
me up, you
tracking
know.
this episode with your number,
Yeah.
like no one's business. I'm like, alright, I have 6 of those digits yet. I need the other 4. I will have the other 4. I will find him. This is how we get stalkers.
Nah, don't worry, dog, don't worry.
It
We'll
starts here, and
just
for
edit
it,
out those numbers.
just net for
You don't have to
control,
worry.
I'm gonna leave your socials on the description
have
of
to
this
worry.
episode. Ladies, you can find him at
No
the
touch.
introverted artist on Instagram.
Yeah, man, show love. Pull through.
Show some love to the
Don't
boy.
mind.
He is single.
Do I want them to know that?
Too late. I feel like they all know all of our relationship orientation now. Mpo is the wise one in a relationship.
Thanks to Mpo.
Yeah.
We are both in limbo. We're just there. We don't know.
We're both literally in limbo right now. But Mohale is searching. Ladies, go stalk the boy.
Chief, I'm not searching. Doug, I'm just waiting.
I
If God
repeat,
chooses to be like,
go
my
and
dog,
stalk
I'm
the
gonna
boy.
slap you with this chakra hand.
Under the pass.
If God is just
Under
there, like,
the
I'm like,
pass.
chakra and chakra.
I get it, Mohale.
Let
You
them
wanted
have-
the chakra hard, Mus. Here's your
Let them
chance.
have- So for someone to find you, for someone
Yeah,
to
that them.
find you, they'll have
Oh.
to try 10,000 possible
That them-
combination. Hey,
Oh.
You're breaking, Po.
Yeah?
hello. Liangupo.
Yeah, goed, pap.
Hey.
No, I was
Hey.
saying for someone to find you using those numbers. I think you already gave them 6. They will need to try 10,000 combinations of the last 4 numbers to find you.
Listen, that's a small price to
Listen
pay
here,
for love.
like that's a challenge. Listen here, if anybody, like I'm gonna say this live on here right now. If anybody goes through 10,000 combinations to find my number and call me, as proof that they've called this number that 10,000 times to find me, I will take you out on a date. I will take you on, legit. I will take you on a date. Bruh, that's some mental fortitude right there to be like, I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna find him. And Vele, when you find me, I'll take you out, dog. I swear to God.
Okay, you heard it here first. Mohale's up to the challenge then. Wow. I do the things that said. Me, I want
God.
to send out my socials. I'm good. Mohale, we'll hear from you then.
I don't think it's gonna happen, but if somebody's up for the challenge, let's go.
Thing is, here's the thing. I'm sure the minute this episode gets uploaded, the first thing we're gonna get yelled at for is Mpo's interesting take on the Batman. Number two, it's gonna be this piece because either they're looking for you or they're gonna be like, hey Munna, who's that nigga who said Robert Pattinson sucks as the Batman? I'm looking for his ass. It's gonna
He
be
sucks as everything. No, who
But
texted it?
and the thing
He
is,
sucks
the
as
people that are gonna
everything.
see that it's all gonna be girls, but all the girls are gonna be like, you're seeing who the hottest man on the earth is
literally
having the worst. Nah, nigga, we need to find that nigga. We need to put him on a stake and burn him.
Fine,
Exactly.
bro. Fine. They can ban me because that nigga still sucks after being banned. Fine.
Bro, what the hell? Side note, I'm gonna expose myself real quick. I haven't watched the Twilight, so the Wolf Man, I know him from what's this thing? What's the thing again? Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Lava Girl, yeah.
I know him from
iconic
that.
movie.
Don't watch it, Mchan. It's fine. You're okay. You'll live without it.
But Paul, who hurt you? Hle? We need to talk about this. Kindly see a medical practitioner for whoever hurt you on Twilight.
It's okay. You just like I'm telling you now, Pills. You're not missing anything.
Speaking of which,
I beg to differ. I disagree. Personally, I
Man.
disagree.
Mahali, your opinion is seen and recognized as invalid, but it's fine. Pills, don't watch it. It's useless. It's useless. Just because it's one actor. You know, if they could cut one actor out of it, it's fine. You watch it. I wouldn't even recommend it today. But you can't. So I'm like, Emona, just give it. Don't watch it at all. It's fine. Pills, you're not missing anything.
What the
People will
hell?
still love you. We still love you, but it's okay, bro.
Like Mpo is
Wow.
suffering from the biggest, like Mpo is suffering from the biggest crisis. Like you know when you have like your favorite character in an anime, and like you want this guy to win over the girl, and he doesn't win over the girl. You're just like salty from there because you're like, I don't want to watch this
He is,
anime
like,
anymore
a
because
lot,
like my
bruh.
nigga didn't win the girl. Like he's suffering from that like so badly, bruh. And it's sad to see and it's fucking funny, bruh. Because like it's like, bruh, it's like dog, he just lost. That's fine. Let the guy accepted. He was like, I'm not dog. It's fine. I understand.
Listen,
I'm your second
Mohale,
choice. It is what it is.
the guy accepted.
You know,
The fans didn't
just
accept that
accept,
shit.
dog.
The fans didn't accept it.
But still, dog. But still, it's like now going on a little bit of a tangent, but like remember when we were talking about like the short-haired girls in anime that always lose when it comes to love interest?
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is the exact same thing. Like Mpo is just like, and ironically, the nigga had short hair. I mean, but yeah, it is what it is. Dog. It is what it is. It is what it is. Mpo,
We need an
It's
long
episode
story
where
short,
we need
Mpo's
to
a wolf.
unpack this on a serious note. One of these days we're gonna have that episode. I'll just be there in the middle on some. Okay, guys, convince me. Should I watch it? Should I not watch it?
My man,
But
as your
dog,
friend, as your long, how many years have we known each other? 10 years. As your very long-term friend, I beg you, and I'm telling you today, it won't make a fucking difference in your life. It will even ruin it. It will ruin your life most probably. Just don't watch it.
oh my god.
Yeah, okay, that's your stance, Mahale. Do you have a counterclaim to the prosecution?
It is valid. His claim is invalid. Just don't watch it. That's it, bruh.
Mpa, thank you. The prosecution can rest now. The defendant, please rise and make your first statement.
Listen, yeah, at this point,
Yes,
I'll
that's
just
it. He has no
accept
shit to
defeat.
defend,
Please,
bruh.
it's fine.
There's nothing
Mpo
to
can
defend.
win this fight.
That
It's
shit is
fine.
garbage.
Like cheap.
Bro, that
Like
shit is garbage. Don't watch it, Bill.
listen, in closure, ne. Mpo, I concede.
That we
Your
can get
passion
from that
has
rubbish.
been
There's
received.
no
We
closure
receive
at
your
all
passion,
from that
G.
rubbish.
It's fine.
It
It
was
doesn't
a
matter what
worthless
it's
take.
fine.
No, it was a worthless take ever in cinema, guys.
Oh my god.
Yes.
My name is Mkwen. Approve this message. Do not watch it. Yo. Anyway,
Yes.
just to say, the only thing that ruined it was that actor. The franchise was marvelous. I liked it. Mostly because there were werewolves in there. Thanks to all of them. tried surviving the whole movie. You can even see at the end of the movie they were also just tired. But it's fine. They finished it. They got strength. So yeah. Anyway. Pills, don't see that shit. You won't regret it ever in your life.
Ila, remember we were talking about trauma bonds recently. Yeah?
Yes, we were.
If you wanna delve, but if you wanna go deeper into the topic of trauma bonds, watch Twilight. That's my closing statement.
Paul, he makes a good point because, like, I want to learn more
Bro,
about trauma bonds.
Pills, if you still want to have your insanity and sanity intact, please do not watch that shit. Please, I'm begging you. If you want to wake up tomorrow as the same pills that we know today, even better almost, do not watch
Almost.
that thing. It's gonna ruin your mind. Kore, Hemana, right now you are thinking of watching him as the Batman, that man, right?
Yeah.
You're thinking, it won't be that bad. You're even thinking, it will be one of the best because we get to experience a different side of Batman. Okay. Mara, after you watch Twilight, your whole viewpoint, yeah, Batman will change. I'm telling you. Your whole viewpoint of what he will be in Batman or what he is, he's casted already. So we don't even have an option of him not being casted in Batman. I wish there was a trend where we could vote for actors who will act or favorite superheroes because this shit is garbage, bro. Like they just come in and introduce someone from nowhere and then it's fucking they just ruin everything. Like shit, bro. Like how do you first of all, who engaged in this? Who's the director? Look at this guy. Even a director, come. Let's have a discussion about the actors, all of the actors in the fucking world. Let's come together, discuss all of them, and then this is the guy we're gonna pick. I mean, how the fuck? Where do you even begin to select that nigga? Like, who was thinking logical in that room? I just want to know. Like, if they were holding if they were holding a Zoom session and they recorded it, I would like to know who came up, like who brought in his name first, I want, so we can have this whole dispute settled.
My God.
Yeah. For the sake of
All in
nice-
favor.
And like
All in favor
Please
of
move on.
who the
cutting
hell watches Twilight?
at this point.
You watch Twilight, the whole series, yeah, Twilight, and then after Twilight, you're like, no, you know what? This nigga looks like he could be a great Batman. Who the like,
You. Can we please move on? Paul, you win, okay?
Wait. Mpo, like, are you okay now? Did you get everything out of your system?
bro, this shit is garbage, yeah. No, dog, they already ruined it. Like fucking Ben Affleck. Like from there, I was like, okay, maybe they'll pick up after this guy. There's still potential, but then they just fucking took it down, nigga. Like down, bruh.
Hey, Pila, I think we need to call Pila for assistance. We need him to come down just a little bit, Abo.
Yo, Siraz,
Just-
Paul, go be with your wife, bro. Go calm down.
We need an ad break.
Yo.
The person editing, please edit an ad break. I think everybody listening needs a break. Just
Yo.
who's
Breathe, Paul.
Oh
Breathe.
my God.
Moving on.
Yes,
No.
what a hot change, man.
Wow.
God damn.
I respect people for their artistic nature. Nah. I love how people put themselves out there for characters, how they challenge their beings. Nah. Like how when you bring yourself out into a character. But to be honest, I've been trying, Fetch, like mentally trying to find that nigga's core character, bro. Like, yo, I get kile Fetch, I call. But it's fine.
But
You
I
know
think
what, dude?
we need to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like Pila said initially, he took like a while taking like smaller nyana roles where he wouldn't be like the star of the role and everything, and then now he came with this as the next big role. So maybe from like Twilight came out when 2013, 2014. It's been almost 10 years. It's been like 8 years now. So hopefully he has gotten better at that core character thing that you're talking about. So let's give him the benefit of the doubt. I think at this point we will all go and watch Yona Batman at some point, and we'll reopen this conversation, and then we'll see if Mpo still has some venting he needs to do. But I think at this point,
Okay, so let's close this for this episode, to be continued in a future episode when we've all watched the Batman.
Yeah, no.
Are we
but,
all
but
in
two coming,
agreement,
guys.
Mpo?
I have nothing more else to say, please.
Okay, thank you, because my ribs are killing me here.
Yeah.
But I think we were laughing for like 10 minutes straight. Yeah, swear to God.
It's okay, man.
I'm sure the landlord is probably coming to knock on my door soon to be like, "Hey, chief, no man. Hi. We understand you're having a good time, maar Emma paid chief."
Banana.
Man, and these people in the Batman, they had the audacity to put this man next to Zoe, bro. You know Zoe.
Oh, I know you
Catwoman.
love that chick.
Oh my God.
I know you love that chick.
My dog.
Yo.
Sheba, before we even continue, I need to say this. Wait. Kobabu. Like, it's very important that I see this, ne? Somebody was at the cinema while watching your Batman, ne? And then he said, Jorge, you know why I say Catwoman is sexy as hell? I was in cinema, and the moment Catwoman popped up, the girl next to me moaned just at the sight of her. And I was like, yo, dog.
Yo.
Like, it was, like, imagine you're just there, and then you see her pull up in the screen, and then it's like, brah.
Yo.
Listen, I'll be like, yes. I'll be like, listen here, do you need a room? I can take you there.
Listen, the Batman is now rated R. Because of Catwoman. Yo, but I know that girl, that hun is doing the things, guys. Yo. She's doing the things. So yes, Mpo,
I got the audacity. I just Tatum, nigga. I understand, dog. Like, okay, with Channing Tatum, I was fine. He's good looking. I'm fine with him. His movies are legit. He's an actor. He's a fucking actor. And then, shit is garbage. Anyway, Pills. What's next?
At this point, I don't think we're gonna have poetry today because one of the energy is nice, it's high and everything. We're not gonna make people cry.
No. Unlike that nigga, we are gonna be professionals. We have our poems prepared. It's fine, bro. It's fine. Like, it's okay, bro.
This beef is getting so personal now. It went from one guy hating to this is beef now. Jesus.
Yeah. Imagine if he's vegan. Like, and just imagine if he's vegan, he's not gonna recognize. That's his whole situation.
Why? I think we found the name of this podcast. Our shitty takes on movies. Our shitty ass takes on movies. Speaking of which, I might as well also get the smoke for some of the takes here today. But my takes come from not watching. Some of like is into. So let's see who I piss off more in this call. I have never seen The Matrix.
Fuck you, bro.
There we go.
Listen, bro. I don't understand how your
and we have a winner.
I don't understand how your ancestors are proud of you right now. Like, in all of the generation. Like, Yamana, listen. I don't want to disrespect where you come from, but in Mutata, please, guys, go to this nigga house and rate it, please, because this guy is disrespecting us. I understand the Twilight is garbage, but the Matrix, but the fundamentals of where you should be coming from right now, Yamana, ones and zeros are defining your life, and you don't even know the Matrix. Yamana, listen. Do you know the red and the blue pill? alone. You don't even know what they
the
mean.
Meme. I know the meme.
What does it mean?
I have no idea what it means, but
Exactly.
I know he
Exactly. Your
chose
life is
a
garbage.
pill.
You must just go back, please. Please respect us enough. Yasin, Tatamhal, I'll end this podcast now, please. Emona, go back.
Wait, hold
Go
up.
back.
What
No,
happened
no,
to
no.
being
Go back
professional?
and
Let him
watch
go.
it.
Being
No.
professional.
Fine.
Oh.
I'll end it. I'll stop recording. I'll stop recording before this man. Emona, just please go watch that movie. Go watch the whole series. Even the last one. Even this last one that didn't make sense. You must watch it. Like, please respect us enough to see that little boy do wonders. Because he saved us. You don't even know who saved you. Rubbish. Rubbish. This is the end of the podcast until this man has watched Matrix. Please.
Thank you for coming to the podcast. I've been
I'm
Pila
offended.
Tansi.
Sorry, you guys today were just coming to aggravate me. You know, these actors of Matrix. Because I don't understand. I don't understand this. Wait, Pills, explain this to me. If someone was to come to you and ask you about Matrix, what would you think about? Would you be thinking about high school and those matrices that they gave us in mathematics? Or will you be thinking about the movie? Because it doesn't make sense. How would you not understand the fundamentals of where you come from? Sorry, Munda, I have aggravated my soul. Because I don't even want to call you my friend. Yo,
Hey, Papa,
anyway.
professionalism, Papa. We continue with the
Professionalism went
podcast.
out the window when I said I never watched The Matrix.
Right.
Clearly,
I apologize. I apologize for my vent and my language in my moment of weakness. But Pillar, from right now, as of today, I do not respect you as a human being and movie watcher. My respect for you as a human being and a movie watcher are out of the window. But it's fine. I've come down. I've come back to my professionalism.
listen.
Let's come here.
We needed some
It's fine.
fire.
Hey, no,
towards
I don't.
the end
You're
of
not
this.
recognized. You are not recognized as I speak. Because it doesn't make sense how you can speak through your mouth when you don't even know that your mouth is made of one and zeros. It's fine. It's fine. Please take us through whatever you have for today. You can let him interject wherever you want him to interject. But me, I'm done. Please,
Okay, you are done, Chief.
I'm done.
If only
Before
you
we
knew,
go there,
Shaba, if
before
only
we
you
go there,
knew, ne?
that Pila,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna recognize you on this. You have an opportunity to save yourself here.
I'm listening.
So I'm gonna recognize you on this. Before you talked about the Matrix, you said, this is just one of many takes. So I'm gonna give you an opportunity to redeem yourself. So
Okay.
you have another take. So redeem yourself. What have you not watched as well?
I feel
And
like it's
judging
just going
from
to piss
Mpo's
off
reaction-
Mpo on crack, though. To be honest, if I mention it again,
I'm guessing you have like Boma 5 or 10 yan. So find the one that you think might not aggravate him. Do you acknowledge the proposal on the tempo? The tempo.
I acknowledge the proposal. No, it's fine. Tadamal, I'm still here. I acknowledge the proposal.
Alright.
Please let the devil worshipper speak.
oh wow.
guys.
All right, let me think about it. What's the one that won't piss him off that much? But I feel like Matrix was the one. So there's nothing else I can say that will piss him off to that level. So let me think. Star Wars I recently
make sure-
watched.
What
Fuck
about
Star Wars.
Oh no,
What
it was
about
great.
Star Wars?
I loved Star Wars.
Fuck Star Wars.
What about it?
I thought it was nice.
Fuck it.
Oh
Fuck it.
dear God! Now I'm pissing off Mohale. What's
think
wrong
Star
with
Wars
Star Wars?
No, bro. Star Wars was a little bit before our time. We didn't take much interest in it.
But
Not
you are
really.
aware it's still going on, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's how far beyond
But we
our
don't
time
care.
it is.
Yeah, but we
Oh, I
don't
guess
care.
so. There's a nice take then. But let me think.
Yeah,
To be honest,
So
I
it-
just want to piss off
Kiss-
Mohale now.
Mpo-
Then I'm done with the podcast. I want to piss you off now. So
Now,
let me
honestly
think.
speaking, you can't piss me off. There's very few things that you can piss me off with.
Mohale, with you, I piss you
Literally.
off with
Like-
anime. So don't worry, I'm coming for you. But today is dedicated to
How?
pissing off Mpo. The anime episode is
I would
coming.
love to see.
Where,
I
where
would love to see the day you piss me off via anime.
oh
But
yeah,
it's fine. How about
trust me, I'm coming.
I
I know
can't
just
wait.
where to hit you
I
with
cannot
that one.
wait.
With that one,
That
but
that them just to piss you off on anime. I haven't seen any anime episode for the last 2 years, and I'm content.
That's fine, Chief. If you want to be a devil worshipper as well, it's perfectly fine. Enjoy your life. I do recognize you as my friend. It's okay. Good luck with your future endeavors. I would like to start a motion to remove Umpa as a co-host of the podcast. Say I. No one. Tech.
thing
I'm
is, I've
leaving.
already been removed. Mohala, you're the only one. I've already been removed, nah.
I'm kidding, bro. I'm kidding. I watched them. I watched a lot of shit. Attack on Titan. Damn it, yo. But to be honest, I haven't watched the second episode of Attacks. What? Can't you, Buffett? What's the
You haven't
space in
watched
between
Attack on
episodes
Titan?
for Attack on Titan? No, no. I watched the first episode, like the season 4, the last season.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What's your question?
Oh, you're still
No,
in
no,
for a
no.
ride, my boy.
Yeah. Question
Oh,
is,
goddamn.
how many episodes are out now?
Goddamn.
80. I am the fact checker, so hang on.
8.
Right
Are you in
now, I'm
season 4
coming.
part 1 or
He's on part
season 4
one.
part 2?
No,
I
part
don't
2.
put.
Part 1 was already out.
Oh,
That's what I.
What happened in episode you watched?
Yeah.
spoilers for Attack on
What episode did you
Titan.
watch? What happened?
Spoilers for Attack on
Ah,
Titan.
then
That's
only
fine.
8 episodes
That's
came
fine.
out.
Yeah. No, I knew.
No spoilers. We're not going to spoil
Oh, thank
anything.
God,
No,
because
no,
I
no.
think
Like,
that would
The
be the
latest
one.
episode 9, not to game.
yeah. No, the not the very first one I saw. I didn't see the second one. On season
No,
part
no.
2. For season part 2.
I'll send you a link.
Right.
I'll send you a link to download, Chief.
Hey, my man.
Are we
I'm
legally
also
allowed to
anime.
say we
That's
download
fine.
I've already
anime?
got my
So are we
link,
are we
man. Now
getting
I'm just
into the to
Like, if we're posting this episode, are we legally
yeah.
allowed to say
Excuse
we're
me.
downloading ish online?
Yeah. Why
Listen
not?
here, I will cut out that area of the podcast. Don't worry.
No, but
Ew.
everyone does it. Why would
I
you
am not
be
about
secretive?
to incriminate all 2 of us. No, Chief.
Paul,
I'm
you'll
not gonna
incriminate
incriminate
yourself, my G.
us.
I am good, fam.
Yeah.
Me, I am
Yeah.
a holy
Now
boy. I
the
watch
section
anime
here.
on Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll, sponsor us, please.
Please.
Please come to Africa.
We
and,
will
like,
literally make watch-alongs.
yeah,
We will literally make watch-alongs for the anime.
come to Africa.
Literally.
We will be your ambassadors for Africa.
Listen here. We will raise that flag very, very high.
Ah, you know, and we'll raise it with the most questionable anime there is. With Mohale, with
Of course.
Isekai, with me, with, with me, Ecchi, and then with the poets shown in. I'll raise the Ecchi flag.
Listen
it's
here.
fine.
It's very simple. This thing is very simple. The first anime watch-along we have is gonna be that God forbidden anime that we all watched and we hated watching it. Kind of what was the name of that anime? Oh my god!
Who are the characters?
Give
What
me a
was
second.
going
I'm
on?
gonna find the name of the anime. Yes.
Mpo, are you still
That-
there?
Give me a second. I will find it in.
I'm still here, but Emana, have you seen my profile pic?
Did you cut your hair finally? Please.
No, bitchless.
No.
Check out my.
Cut that shit when
No, check it out. Check it out. Just check out my profile pic, bruh.
Alright, hang on. Levi.
More WhatsApp, ne?
Levi.
You know Levi, man.
The big man, yeah. The big
So
short
I'm
man.
there with Levi. And like one of the old people that I respect tells me they don't like my profile pic. And then period. Says nothing else after that. I ignored that thing, my man.
Yeah, the drama.
We all would.
We all would,
You
yeah.
you cannot come in and trash Levi.
You cannot.
and not explain why. No, we will cut you off.
Now it's just
People must
like,
just
it's
say, like,
okay.
if you don't understand,
No, at
yeah,
least
you're
ask
saying?
me why I have that thing there. Because Levi is king. Buffett, he captain, man. He's the captain
That
of
man
Chiefs.
ginja game. That man
Ginja
ginja
game.
game.
No.
You're blood.
Can't wait to see what he does this
Anyway,
season.
that person is my boss, and I'll see if I still have a job on Monday. But it's fine.
Mpo, you just want all the smoke this week, bruh. Are you okay?
Yeah, bruh. Yes.
Are you good?
Right.
That's too much smoke.
Yeah.
Everybody is
No.
up to level, up to season 4, right? You guys know everything up to season 4.
I'm caught up, yeah,
At least,
anime
at the
wise.
very least. Like a little baby. Like, yo.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe your boss is a big fan of the Beast Titan. Maybe that's all there is to it. Hello.
Fuck the Beast Titan.
Fuck that guy. No,
Fuck the
you
Beast
can't
Titan.
be no, you can't be a fan of that guy, bro. You can't. You just can't, dog.
Hey man, different stories for different folks, man.
Fuck that nigga. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, but I think the
Yes,
thing
it
that
is.
aggravated me when the person said that is because there's no contest. Like, they don't know what brought along the profile pic. Because I think you guys have noticed nothing just goes on my profile pic. You know that. I think now when someone just comes in aggressively and says that, it kinda brings up like my feelings. I want, because there are a lot of feelings that we attach to anime, like a lot. Like, there's so much feelings in anime that we should be spending on our girlfriends and boyfriends that it doesn't even compare. Like, you try and compare the feelings we
True.
give to anime to our fellow lovers. It doesn't compare. So, like, it hurt me deeply to just be like, okay, I have this anime, like this legend on my picture, on my profile, and like he's just dismissed with 4 words, like no explanation, whatever. So I'm like, I won't even respond to the message, man. Won't even.
I'm not
Exactly.
gonna sharp with that, man.
Yeah, man. Don't
Yeah,
let him.
Peace of mind, dog.
Cut him out when I'm poor.
Your own peace
Quit
of
your
mind
job
is
if you have to. Go broke for Levi.
important. This is not
Listen,
advice.
listen, it is.
This is
As
not
from the wise words of Levi,
business
give up on
advice.
your
This is
dreams and
not
die.
advice at any point. So anybody listen to this point in the podcast understand. Oh
I
my
think
god! I could just imagine somebody listen to this and being like, "Yo, even me, my employer doesn't like the fact that I have Levi in my profile picture. I'm quitting. I'm quitting tomorrow." Yo,
Whoever's listening, kindly revert back to the first 10 seconds of this podcast when I read the disclaimer.
guys, just understand it's satire. Just satire.
Kindly revert back to
nothing
the
else.
disclaimer at the beginning of this
Nothing else.
episode. But with that being said, Levi once said, give up on your dreams and die.
Cause
That's all I'm gonna say.
that's the survive this planet. Literally, bro.
One of the most recognizable quotes from anime ever.
Do you know that we do that on the daily? Except when obviously we are having fun with each other.
Literally.
You are giving your everything to the people who don't give a fuck about you. And then they just eat money.
Klar, bruh. But it's an interesting world we're living in right now, Kobe.
That's a deep take, man. Goddamn. Yeah. Guys, can we make them cry?
Yeah.
Do you have something for us?
Make them cry.
Yo, give us something.
Fast tracks.
I'm dry today, folks. Like we're winging it
Yo,
today, Mus. I'm
how
dry
many
today.
how many tissues did you use already?
A lot, but I used like 3 rolls already.
Jesus.
Listen here, bruh. Nah, me, I was crying from laughter for 10 minutes straight. So now there's no tissues left. I had to take the one in the
Yeah.
bathroom. It's also done.
Toilet paper. As if you should write it. Toilet paper. Go to which I go take a toilet paper, but anyway, it's
Bona
fine.
ke tlhakotse matlho ka toilet paper, dog. It was tough. It was tough.
Yes. I,
Wabo.
but I think anyone who made it through Robert and his problems, who made it this far, we appreciate you.
We really do.
We know you care about our viewpoints and that Robert sucks. So
And that I
we
should be
thank you.
deleted for the fact that I haven't watched The Matrix. We appreciate you too.
There was something that was
When
just said by someone who
Pila, at
doesn't
this
know
point, you
anything
want to
right
get
now.
cancelled, man.
So,
Pila
so
just wants
please,
to
I
get
don't know what
cancelled.
you guys
Just be
had.
honest. Just be like, I'm not dog. I want to get cancelled. It's fine.
Listen, if I get cancelled, we're all going down. Just putting
Fine,
it out
man.
there.
No, me it's fine. Even if they ban me for that Robin boy, he will still suck after my Christmas. It's fine. It's fine.
It is what it is.
Uh,
Alright.
anyway,
So for the poetry segment of the show, it's going to be
mhm.
it's going to be extremely short, but it's a 2-part poem. Yeah. I call the poem Black and White. The first part of the poem is white, and the other side of the poem is black. Because you know how I roll. You know how I roll. I'm not gonna explain. It's fine. This one.
Ladema,
Yebo.
before you make them cry, nah, can I just
Uh-huh.
put them on the pedestal?
Can you just?
Can I just put them forward towards you so they can cry nicely? Like just
What do
put
you
them
mean?
forward. Like when you are in the back seat of something and you don't see exactly where the bus is going. Now I just want to put them in the front of the bus so that when I as the wall in front of the bus hit the bus, like they are right in front. So I just want to give them a nudge.
You wanna give them a nudge?
Mhm.
Do achieve me. I don't mind.
Yeah, Pills, are you still there?
I'm here. Nudge your way.
Yeah. So I love your voice, Pills, ne? Or should
Except
I
for
just
today.
do it myself? You're my reader. You're
Obvious.
my voice maker.
Naturally.
You are the one who writes on my poems.
You know most.
Anyway, yeah. All right. So the poem is called Beauty. I'll give context after. Let me just get the poem nicely. All right. Are you ready?
We are
Ready.
ready, chief.
All right. Beauty. Oh my sweet, slim, slender, winter slimmer, smiling at the easterly sun, immense and strengthened by the power of your ancestors. The dripping rain droplets emulators of your ever soft, silky, smooth skin. The cosmos formed just for you and me to have this beautiful moment in time and space. Oh, what a beautiful leaf you are, stamped next to your sisters for all eternity. The non paperless poet, loving nature. Galileo.
Mm. Kendrick! You see, you're
Hey, bro.
starting again with your Ishred. You're starting again. Do those. Beautiful.
Hey, bro. Yeah.
Yes,
Short and
sis.
sweet.
I'm scared now. Yo, if y'all are gonna come out guns a blazing, let me go buy some tissues real quick. I'm scared now.
All right. Yeah. Tech shop.
Just order them on Take a Lot, man. They'll be
I don't have
Yeah.
time to
order on
cry
Take a
in
Lot or some
5 to 6 business days. I need it today. But that's beautiful, man.
Yeah, just
Damn.
take a small walk to Makula there.
I know it's
Okay, my
fine.
friend.
I'm strong.
My Chinese, bro. Either way.
I'm strong. It's fine. Run it. We are ready for you.
Anyway,
So ke I can know.
yeah.
We are ready for you, Ntate.
So wait, do I explain? Okay, let me explain again. Let me explain again the beginning. So it's a two-part poem. It's called Black and White. Nah, but like it's like the first one is called White and the other one is black. Start with the good and then end with the bad.
Why? No, no, no. Why is
Oof.
white good?
Okay,
But it's fine. It's fine.
white. Yeah.
No,
No, it's
continue.
it's not. It's not an emphasis of white being necessarily good. It's just
Mm.
that the lighter note of the two-part poem is in the
Oh,
poem called White, and the darker
ah.
side, or rather the more emotionally jarring part, is in the black. But personally, me as Mohale Matlala, I prefer black. But that's just a testament of the type of poetry that I like per se. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's fine.
because we
So
know you have the love
I'm gonna
of
start
black.
with white.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes. Melanin is beautiful. Melanin is a beautiful color. Anyway, it's fine. White. Life is a symphony. As the notes of Mother Nature caress your skin as you descend from a kingdom of peace and harmony, you take your first breath. Allowing oxygen to course through your body like a catalyst, jump-starting a beautiful melody that transcends from decades to centuries. And her name is purity. Even though her value has been dragged through mud, raped, abused, and drugged, she smiled every day in the face of the world's cruelty. We have impregnated death. Human beings gave birth to the art of abortion because our population left our morals distorted in the pursuit of material delicacies like wealth. Pain is an addiction. Women would sacrifice an irreplaceable white linen robe dazzled with diamond like stones that dance with hope, hope that you will not succumb to monetary satisfaction. Gone is that purity. Our own imperfections have taken us hostage in our own bodies, and we let it take over with our knowledge and with little resistance. Hence, we are locked in a prison. But from a spark, hope starts speaking. And thus a question arises: when are we to meet purity? Thank you. Hello. EXA.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yo. Mahal.
Yes, I think I'm back.
Yes, yes. You had me at human beings gave birth to the thought of abortion. Jesus.
Yeah,
Yo.
but chief. Yeah, but chief.
Yo, guys, why? My God. Yo, can Paul speak first because I'm in awe right now of that.
The tempo.
The man.
Hey, Askis, man, I got cut off for a second. I'm back now.
No, no, no. It's fine. My emotions were also cut off from the world.
Bruh. Yo.
You, ish. Yamana, send that thing via WhatsApp, my man. I wanna read
Please.
that thing.
I
So,
will do. Do you want it like right now or
right
like after
now,
the pod?
right now,
Right now.
there are moments I missed because the the indelicacies of what you presented, like the indelicacies of our minds and our acceptance into what's wrong. Like, fuck, send that thing. Send that thing.
Please do,
Give me
bruh.
a second.
Just a
Just
side
give
note,
me
I
a...
might have to dip soon, eh? Uh, we we've been at this for almost 2 hours, and I might need to dip
This is
soon.
small things. The previous episode was like 3 hours.
Fair enough.
When are you dipping?
I might need to dip in the next few minutes, but I want Mohale to give us Black now as well.
Should I send both of the poems on the WhatsApp?
Send both,
Please.
please.
Because there are points that we want to understand. Go Rona modern school. Modern C wabona. It's a really more class.
Okay,
Speak
model
for
B.
yourself, Mnandi. Go model C. I will analyze the shit out of this poem. Bring it.
Remember, it doesn't matter what model you wear,
It
right?
matters.
We just need to read it so we all understand it. Please,
Yes.
please.
Yes.
The last time I performed this poem, people thought it was about love, and I was like, you guys did
No.
not hear shit.
No.
You did not hear nothing. Did not hear anything.
I strongly want to disagree on that one.
Okay.
But we're gonna write a 50-page essay on your poems, Chief. Mpo,
Yeah?
I'm looking at you.
My man, please, leave me alone.
50
It's fine.
pages. And
Okay, I see you also. Yeah, Black is also in there.
Yeah, I sent them both at the same time. So, before, let me go straight into Black Hair. Ne.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a second. Okay. Black. She saw a lunar eclipse. A rainbow nation of hope filled her eyes even though they failed the very reason they were on her face, since her vision was equivalent to 50 shades of darkness. Tiny little footprints that led home. A home to her that is inhabited by broken souls, with shoes without soles, toes growing mold, a place where poverty is the norm, and purity is a germ that eats at the very fibers of her desire to learn, because he could not afford to educate his little baby girl. So she grew up confused. Whenever her father came home about to blow a fuse, her mother offered her body just to let him diffuse. She did it for her daughter, for the happiness that she brought her. But unfortunately for her, happiness had a time limit. A mosquito bite stole an hour from forever, and now little Purity is searching for a treasure in a dustbin since her mother's touch literally became fugitive, and now even at home she is a fugitive. How long before she becomes a victim? How long before she becomes a statistic? We as humans are not addicted to alcohol or drugs. We are addicted to the idea of escaping our reality, going to jobs that we hate, but we needed to support our families because depression stems from the see-through cracks in human society that places extreme wealth next to poverty. But alas, true poverty is the absence of hope. And I just hope that one day children like Purity will believe in hope. Thank you.
Mohale, why? hle?
When you say a mosquito bite stole an hour from her forever, like at that point there, who's the mosquito?
The mosquito in this instance is
No, cause is the mosquito the abuser, or is the mosquito the eternal pain that she feels after the experience?
think of it this way, the mosquito is the monetary realization of your specific it's like the moment in time where you can let me double back. You know how when a person is going through immense pain psychologically, but they don't feel anything. So the mosquito represents that specific moment where you actually feel something for the first time. It doesn't have a figurative meaning as like a specific person. It's that
Mm.
specific moment you actually feel something for that brief moment. So it steals a moment from you forever. You get
Yeah.
it? Yeah, bro.
That was both very beautiful,
Leshapu
bruh.
Buffett.
No, bro.
Leshapu.
No,
Aisha,
we're
puta.
not.
Unatou utakare. So here man.
Why do you think we always have like this big pause after one of us does a poem? We're not okay. We're crying. But here I am trying to like regain my composure, saying, "Man, that's beautiful. I don't know what to say. Me, I'm dead here." But
The
dude, it's
Damhali
gorgeous.
is the norm that we have created the evil, or is it a representation of what society has built um to nkare, to encompass to direct our society into what's evil? Are you portraying the norm of what is right now as evil
I am portraying that what we have as the norm right now should not be the norm.
at all?
Like, it should not be the norm at all. But we are so desensitized to what's happening around us that we accept it as the norm unconsciously.
And the
And
Damhali,
it consciously puts it as the norm.
in your
And
viewpoint,
that's reality.
yeah, in your viewpoint, in the reality that we have set out for ourselves, where are the gems? Where are the small little gems that we can find to make to overcome the norm? As I'm emotionally trying to put it in myself to fit. Hello, Sata. Who under them hal? Yeah.
The the gems in human society lies in the small interactions that we have.
Yeah.
Ne.
Mm.
Think of it this way. When you see, I'm not sure if you guys have watched the anime called Osama Ranking, but like
I know
if
of
you've
it,
watched
yeah.
it, you'll understand what I'm about to say now. Like
Mm-hmm.
the be- the beauty of being alive is in the small moments of realization of being alive. Like the small moments where we take away from the work that we have to do, the stress and everything. The small moments where you just put your phone down and you just walk around and you just appreciate the beauty of the world. That's the small gems in society that we overlook because of societal pressures, because of work pressures, because of stress. Ha ona tjhelete, motho ke o batla 50,000, you know. The small gems are in those priceless moments that you cannot attach to anything other than this is a moment I'll never forget
And
because of the
then
significance it has.
I think I
if
have a
you go
beautiful
back,
way to explain it for Mpo. Mpo,
hey,
do you...
man, hey,
Wait, let me get this
I
off my
might have
chest
not
before I
went to a
forget.
model C. I might not have a C on my certificate,
No,
but
trust
it's
me,
fine.
this is not
And
about that. It's not about that. It's a funny
uh,
tangent. Relax.
but as you put it, pills. Let me just add this
Sure.
before you can just add to that. Sorry. That them hardly when you go back to white, ne, you then put there that pain is an addiction. Where did that one come from? Because you have explained now all of what you have been trying, or what you have meant, and the pains that are what the norm represent as pain. Are we then addicted to the norm? Is there no way of changing it then if it's an addiction?
I think when I was writing this poem, I wasn't necessarily seeing for pain as an addiction in terms of like the norm of society.
Mm.
I was seeing pain as an addiction as in like we're addicted to all we know. Like
Yeah.
like we all unconsciously and consciously fall into a routine, and anything that comes to disrupt the routine is something that we are not addicted to.
Yeah.
You understand?
Okay. Yeah.
So we're
Pills.
addicted to where we are, and like
Yeah.
the way we are living is painful because this is not how we're supposed to live. You get me?
So is pain then our comfort zone? Like
Yes.
if
Yes.
I'm used to my comfort zone, um, and if I'm used in living in that, uh, exploring out of that comfort zone and exploring other people's lives or whatever, is that then the killer of pain? Is that then the killer of anxiety? Is that then the killer of depression? Is that what you mean?
I don't think you can make it a blanket statement and say, it becomes the alleviator of the pain.
Yeah,
There are multiple things that could be the alleviator of the pain, but you can't put it as like a blanket statement and say, if I get out of my comfort zone and do this, it will lead to less depression, less anxiety, less. Because always remember, letting depression and anxiety, those are things that are attributed to a person due to things in the environment. It doesn't necessarily mean what causes my anxiety is similar to what causes your anxiety. Anxiety is
yeah,
different for different people. You understand?
yeah,
So
of
for
course.
me, the color yellow could be a cause of my anxiety, unconsciously be the cause of my anxiety. But we can't use that as a blanket statement and say,
Mm,
the moment we remove the pain or depression, it might add, yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Ntate
Pills, you're explaining?
I'm here. It's just now like my mind's going into a whole different part of this topic when you were saying like pain is the norm right now, or like something was along those lines. I'm reminded at the thought that I think I've had this convo with Mohala before, where I've mentioned that it seems like these days more and more being sad and depressed just got popular, which I have mixed feelings about for obvious reasons. I've experienced depression and I've experienced anxiety, so on the one hand, to see people talk about this more, like I'm very thankful for. But on the other hand, it feels like we're glamorizing being sad is the problem I have. So you just reminded me of like that whole topic and how like the whole of society now fits in. Because as you said, like those little gems are like those commercial odd breaks of happiness in between the mundane of life that we go through from day to day. So my question, or rather like the my point of reference would be like, if we're all sad, then is that the norm that we're in, you know? And getting out of like something like that is very difficult. Another phrase that you once showed me, Mohale, was that like when you're considering making a big change, you must also consider removing all of the things that led you into this dark space in the first place. Are you willing to get rid of those as well for you to be happy? Those types of things, you know? So like, yeah, you really just made me think about society as a whole. How we like objectify and like essentially push down and just make things normal. It's normal to be in pain. That you should find your own way to numb the pain, but not the wrong way. Don't go to alcohol. You'll have alcoholism. Don't go to drugs. You'll be a drug user, etc., etc. You know, don't cut yourself and stuff like that. Why have we normalized pain in this society? Is what worries me sometimes.
it's worrying, but also it's going to sound like a double standard because like I'm literally advocating for not um normalizing pain, like, but I think one thing I wanted to highlight here is that pain is normal. Like everybody goes through it. It's just about how you deal with it. Nah.
Mm,
It shouldn't like we shouldn't be in a situation where we normalize pain, but the sad reality is that we are in this space now and we are all in pain.
mm,
Just that most people find a way to deal with it or hide it in a way. Like if you even go back to like a simple example, like our parents are dealing with a lot of shit that we don't even know about. Or now we were just there as kids, we were watching Dragon Ball Z at 5. We were stressing them, now we in town. It's 5:40, it's 4:45. I need to be home at 5 to watch Dragon Ball Z. Then this our parents have to like find a way to swerve traffic, drive at 140 to make sure we're there at home so we
mm,
can actually watch the like it pain is constant. It's constant. It's just a matter of in some moments it has a higher intensity and some moments it has a low intensity, but pain on it's constant. That's personally what I believe. Yeah,
mm.
personally. Whether it should be the norm of society, I disagree. I don't agree it should be the norm of society, but I do think it's constant.
Okay, but there are different kinds of pain, bruh. You are aware of that, ne? There is like pain.
Definitely.
There is like helpful type of pain when you can grow in like in a certain situation, and but most of the pain we're feeling, or rather what I see like everywhere I go is the type that
Negative
like
pain.
exactly the type that like destroys your growth and stuff like that. I once saw an Instagram post that mentioned like people like to say like they're getting stronger from all their traumas because like they say like it made me who I am, and it's like no, pain did not make you who you are. How you handled it made you stronger, made
Ooh,
you who
yeah.
you are.
Yes.
So that is where you're like you
Yes.
need to go through pain. Like again, it doesn't sit right with me. It's your recovery that speaks more volumes than it. But yeah, I do agree with you. Pain is
Definitely.
all around us, and
Yeah.
it's kind of up to us how we deal with that. I just hope like we
Mm.
do start educating ourselves more and like the people around us more to deal with it constructively.
Okay. I want to ask you guys a question. I don't know if you guys noticed this in the poem itself, but did you guys understand how purity is a person and purity is blind, and that's the cause of her pain?
Mm. Mm. Jesus.
Well, I think when I picked up that beauty is a
Yeah?
person.
Not that she's blind. That
Not
one
that the blind part I didn't pick up.
went over our heads with that one.
Nah, fair enough.
But we need such. This is why you send us these poems on WhatsApp so we can write 50-page essays and shit.
So I just want to highlight like the beginning of Black, ne? So I see that she saw a lunar eclipse, ne?
Mm.
And a rainbow nation of hope filled her eyes, even though they failed the very reason they are on her face. Basically meaning that as much as I see that she saw a lunar eclipse, she didn't see it because she's actually blind. But the lunar eclipse was hope for her to escape from the pain she's experiencing.
Jesus.
That's what I meant
Yeah.
at the beginning there. And I further elaborated on that by saying since her vision was equivalent to 50 Shades of Darkness. So yeah, but it's fine. It's
Why
Yeah.
50? Why not 100 shades of darkness? Um, yin and yang. Was it in your mind when you're writing the poem?
yes. Like Pila knows, and I think you know as well. Like I'm a huge advocate. It's on my status on WhatsApp. It might have been deleted now because it's been over 24 hours. But
I've,
like
I've
I'm huge. I'm a huge admirer or advocate for yin and yang for balance. I firmly believe that there can't be good without a little bit of evil, and there can't be evil without a little bit of good. And that's portrayed in almost every movie, every series, every anime. Balance is
yeah,
key.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. No, I was just saying. With yin and yang, the Temal, I think I don't know. I think the explanation of it that 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 everyone misses is that for every happiness there is an equal amount of sadness.
True.
Like in everything that you do, for every happy moment that you get, you sometimes even have to work a little bit harder to get to the same type of happiness because there's an equal amount of sadness to it. The the balances that needs to be in life.
If you go back to the poem, I want to quickly go back to Sale.
Pillar. So sorry that the man pills.
I'm here.
Okay.
Connection keeps lagging. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we kind of cut there. Yeah, that the man. Sorry.
If you go back to Still or White, the poem, I specify for like the mother, Purity's mother, loved her so unconditionally that she was willing to give her body away to the father. Like in this case, Purity's father was a drunkard or a drug addict. I didn't specify which. It was supposed to be implicit. No, I was implying that the father is some sort of he's an addict to something that causes him that when he comes back home from a night out of whatever the addiction is, he comes back and he's aggressive. And sometimes the mother gives her body as a sacrifice for the betterment of the home. And in that same scenario, I am specifying that Cielo Purity sees her mother as her happiness. So she trades say like purity trades away her happiness in her mother and the comfort that the mother gives her as a trade away from the fact that she's blind and she can't experience life as other people do. So that's how that balancing act is in this poem. But I didn't take into consideration I didn't go into depth in terms of that happiness, that balancing act of happiness and the equal force of unhappiness that comes with it. I didn't focus on that. But I
Yeah.
wanted to highlight how there is a bit of balance in between the two poems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yin and yang.
But it was a very layered poem, but I don't know what I was going through when I wrote this poem, but yeah.
Kibanyana. Kibanyana. No,
But it's not a love poem, but like I
no,
don't know.
no. I know, but the emotions are brought about. Um.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who went that?
No, no, no. There's one part that I saw that I wanted to ask you about. The oxygen part. Hey, guy, oxygen. Allowing oxygen to course through your body like a catalyst, jumpstarting a beautiful melody that transcends from decades of centuries. Like what? Yeah, yeah. So what are you saying? Oxygen was dormant in her body? Or are you saying the benefit? I presume oxygen would be the benefits um of life. If I put it straightly like that. No. Were you saying the benefits or the happiness of life was dormant for so long that when she took it, where is it? It acted as a catalyst. Yeah.
I don't know if I fully get you, but
No, no. Yeah, no. Where you're saying take your first breath. That I think is the
yeah, it's White, the second paragraph of White.
yeah, right. Yeah, second paragraph. Allowing oxygen to course through your body like a catalyst, jumpstarting a beautiful melody. Ne?
Mm.
That transcends from decades to centuries. Her name is purity. Was oxygen the source of her purity? Was oxygen the happiness to her purity? Was it? It's like what exactly is oxygen? What does it catalyzed in her purity? I don't know, man. There's so many layers to this poem. I wanna find them all. Like there's so many
So
that are coming up. So I wanna I wanna put you in my mind so you understand. But maybe that's just the last one. I'll kind of have more questions offline.
okay, let me explain the structure of White here, so do you
Mm,
understand? Because
mm,
I think your question is a structural issue. So I structured White. The first two paragraphs of White are an emphasis of the what do you call this? The giving birth. Remember the first poem I performed was giving birth. This is like a
mm,
prequel. This is not a prequel, but like this is like an extension of your Nestle giving birth. So
yeah,
if you listen to it, life is a symphony. Like life is a
yeah,
beautiful thing. It's an orchestra. It's like a musical note. No, it's beautiful. Life is a symphony. As the notes of Mother Nature caress your skin as you descend from a kingdom of peace and harmony,
mm,
Mm.
descending from being a spirit into the human realm.
yeah,
You understand? You are given birth. Your mother gives birth to you. Nah.
yeah,
As you
yeah,
take your first breath, since you've descended into like a catalyst, jump starting a beautiful melody. Because I get it, life is a symphony, and now your first
yeah,
breath, that oxygen becomes your first melody, your first
mm,
symphony.
mm,
So it's
mm,
like a catalyst that starts a beautiful melody that transcends decades to centuries, meaning that you being alive is a dedication of the fact that women have been given birth of the process of giving birth. Yabo. So that's
yeah,
the first two structures. Those are the first two paragraphs of White. it indicates the giving birth of purity. And the English term for it is, but it's like a correlation of she was born and her name was given to her as purity. And when you are born, you have not sinned yet. You have not committed a sin yet. So you are pure.
Mm.
So her name became pure because she's pure in that moment. So like that's the first two paragraphs. Then from the purity, I gave a description of who purity is. From the moment she's born, she's pure, and literally from that moment, she's being dirtied by the world. She's been dirtied by expectations. She's been dirtied by other human beings, other intentions, thinking people's hidden intentions, people that have evil. I don't want to say evil spirits per se, but that have ulterior motives that are damaging. Nah.
Yeah.
And I further highlight this with the father coming home aggressive and wanting to blow a fuse on
Yeah.
Shalakhan. But let's leave that for a little bit later. So I continue. I'm saying, Hori, even though her value has been dragged through mud, raped and abused and drugged. So literally from the moment you're pure, you're being defiled with moments of evil and unpure things, for lack of a better word, you know. So your purity is being diminished. So technically, your value has been diminished from the moment you've been born. Mantlalohan.
Yeah.
So we continue downwards. So now it's a downward path. So you were perfect, you were beautiful, you were pure, and now as you
Also,
continue in this life thing, you continue becoming. I don't want to say evil, but it's a downward path. You're about to say
yeah.
something?
No, no, no. It's fine. Like it's a downward path all the way to till like black, all the way till down to where
Black.
they.
Mm,
Um,
yeah.
I think your poem, ne, it's so nice
Now,
how
Russia's
everything. It seems
invasion
like we
of
plan this shit, but we
Ukraine
don't.
has obviously
It's
sent
so nice how
shockwaves
everything falls
right across.
together. Because with the poem I just read now, um, I'll just go to it. What you just illus what you just said now corresponds to the part where I'm saying where are you? The the cosmos formed just for me and you to have this beautiful moment in time and space. So just that part saying that there are so many things that happened right for everyone's existence, for someone just to listen to this podcast that right now there's so many mothers that had to be born before now for us to be here. So like just everything forming perfectly for your birth. I think, I mean, just in all that's just magical.
And that's
That's
beautiful because like when you think about it, like I always tell people this, like I did life science, né? It showed me flames. Life science and physics showed me flames, that's fine. But I did life science, and the way I understand it, you have millions of atoms inside your body, millions, billions, I'm not 100% sure, but a
mm,
shitload of atoms in your body.
yeah,
And for you to do anything, one atom has to convince another atom to move in a specific way. So
yeah,
think of it this way: for you to say to speak, there are millions of atoms that have to agree with one atom to actually do the thing that you want to do. And if you
exactly.
if you think of it that way, everything is made out of atoms. Like the Mac that you're using, the laptop, your phone, and everything. Like, do you know how many atoms had to clash to get to a point where we're actually here? It means millions, billions, trillions, quadrillions, and whatever zillions out there for us to actually be here in this specific moment. And just adding on to what you're saying, like it's literally it's like beautiful. It's a melody where we're here in this moment because like so many things had to have happened, like you said, for us to be
Yeah,
here right now. It's
exactly.
cosmic.
It's cosmic, bro. It's cosmic. And like, if you listen to my poem, the conversation I was having was with a leaf, like like a simple leaf, bruh. For it to exist in this moment with me and the leaf, just for me to look at it, the first of all, the Big Bang or God has had to exist for me and the leaf, like the leaf, to exist in this present moment. Do you understand how how cosmetic that is? God had to say a couple of words for me and the leaf to have a moment in life, right? So I think there's so many things like that align with this poem and your poem, Mahal, to be like there's such cosmic effect to what we are, and then at the end of it, our purity and our okay, that them I close your poem now. But our purity and alignment to what we are, it's magical, bro. And for us to get to a point where we are not only deprived of king. What is this thing? Deprived of hope. I think for us to get to a point where we are deprived of hope, I think small things like the remembrance of where you come from can lead to the betterment of that, for you to have more hope and more purity in your heart, to be like there are so many things that happen. I know
Mm.
there's pain, there's depression, there's all of that, but that's just the yin and yang of life. We can't have all the beauty that has happened without darkness. And so I
Mm.
think the acceptance of it, the like you put it beautifully here into sections, into what it should be, like the yin and yang of it all. That it's melodic, bro. It's
Cosmic.
just beautiful. That's why I have so many questions to kind of analyze what you had in mind, because the concept of it goes to the cosmics, it goes to the spiritual, it goes to like to the existence of God Himself, or and the creations that He has put on this planet. So I
Mm.
think this is like fucking beautiful, man. I love it.
Thank you, Chief. We give thanks. We give thanks. So yeah, man, guys, we write poetry, and sometimes it makes people cry.
Yeah, bro.
Dade Pila, are you fine, Chief?
I think that man locked off.
Oh yeah, he did say there's somewhere we has to go, so I understand.
Mm.
But yeah, Chief, that's it on my side. Nagifedite, I had to traumatize you guys at least once more.
You did that. I think I even lost my voice during this podcast.
So yeah, man, I think for the next two episodes, I'm not performing poetry because obviously, it's
I'm at
problematic.
it. I'm at it, bro. Now you killed it. Uh, nah, dog. Yo, this poem was beautiful, bro. Like, chances and the alignment of what I wanted to present today with it as well. It brings a whole other layers of emotions that I have with it. So I think even next week, I'm still gonna discuss it a bit, or the coming week, whenever you're free again, just to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to get into a couple of things. I see Pills is muted. He's not really off. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but I think he did say how he wants to listen to Black and then he has to go somewhere.
Yeah,
Or like he has to do something. So it's cool. We can just end off the episode without him. But we appreciate he was here and he helped us with the podcast even though he had other things to do.
yeah, nah,
So yeah,
definitely.
Chief. So
And we
guys, I think at this point Rafi it's like a referee.
are qetile ntwana re ba otlile ba lla no. But sorry, Tiff.
I think at this point le nna go batla ke ko di daily ke go checkela di chips ke kgone go shapa edges ke kgone go roba.
Yo, the way I miss Daily though.
Like
Like they so
I had daily
uh,
chips the other day, dog. I think last week I had daily chips because I've been away from Bloom for like 3 years. So when I came
yeah.
back, I was like, the first thing I want to do when I come back to Bloom is I need to have daily chips because like, that's where we lived. Like Kyalamians knew daily. That's where we lived basically
I
on
like
Tologa.
how the first
So
thing you think about when coming back to Bloom is the deli chips.
yes,
I love
daily
how
chips
that's the
slept.
first thing.
They slept. They
Yeah,
slept.
dog.
So I had daily chips last week, bruh, and they were so disappointed. I was so disappointed, dog. I was extremely disappointed. But then I was like, yeah, you know what, Ned? Guys, just quick side note. Daily's expensive now, guys. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Like literally, you see that guy that throws salt in front of Daily. That place is cheaper than Daily now. I don't know how to feel about that.
that's it.
Clearly, the nigga who ate the salt he won at the end must.
He won at the end, basically. Because now, like the line at the Daily is still long there, but I think the line at that place it's a little bit longer now. Like I don't know. That's like the few times I've been at the bridge, That's how I feel, and I don't know if that's because of the salt, but yeah, you don't know. Maybe the ancestors were very powerful.
Are there any new shops there?
There's a gourmet shop that makes like milkshakes and like ice cream with like, these popular ice cream that have like a lot of diabetes on it. Yeah. That's all I can
Diabetes.
say.
Diabetes, take the wheel.
But it's a shop where obviously a lot of let me not be sexist, like people that have finer tastes go there, not us that want to eat and don't care. We just eat and go back home.
Oh, so you mean people who eat because like what's that word? Because us, I know we eat for survival. Them, they eat for
Yes.
taste.
Yeah, no, we eat for survival. I'm not chief. Like I've like right now, Nale Magwenya, they're young children. I'm gonna chow them when I'm done here. So other people I'm like Magwenya, no dog. Go buy a burger. And I'm like, bruh, as long as I can survive.
There's people with standards. Are they aware we used to eat? I knew niggas who ate bread with spices back in varsity. Beggars can't be choosers here.
Guys, varsity was tough, man.
It was very difficult, but gay, it is what it is. Guys, shall we wrap up?
And the
Mpo?
necessity for you to go back that man, you're strong, chief.
You're very strong, bruh.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
The thing is, I needed money. I wasn't getting enough money, so I had to come back. Literally, my decision is purely based on money. That is the only reason why I'm back here, guys.
As all of our decisions are.
Working, like, honestly speaking, working in a field that you are good at, but not getting paid the way you should be paid is nonsense. So, I urge, if you feel like you have the capability to go back and study, even if it's just for 1 year for your postgraduate diploma or the postgraduate degree, whatever the case is, if you have the ability to do so and you have the mental fortitude to do so, please do it. Please. Because you can't be earning 10K muna, your debit order ya koloi ke 2.5, insurance is 1,000, and then everything else, then you have left like 1,000 rand left for groceries, and then you have to survive for multiple years. Ka increment get 2%. Guys, no ways, but yeah, that's just my opinion. To each their own.
To each their own.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power, though.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, man, we here at Capital. So if anybody needs assistance with any tax evasion, I am your man. I'm gonna cut that out of the podcast.
We are keeping that in, Uban. We're keeping it in. Y'all heard your boy. Call him on his number,
actually,
06.
0631556 anyway. But just quick tax note, ne, guys. There is tax evasion and there is tax, like you can like SARS puts it so nicely that you can actually evade tax legally. Unfortunately, there are people that evade tax illegally. You understand? So basically, what I'm saying is, call me if you want to avoid tax legally. Call me. I am
For
your
context,
man.
which one's the good one, which one's the bad one?
The legal. If you want to avoid tax legally, it's a good one.
Most the legal one is the evasion, eh?
Yeah.
The legal route is tax evasion, right?
Yes.
Okay. Kindly message me after this podcast recording. I need some help on that.
Clean.
Asking
Just
for
know
a friend.
I will charge you.
Asking
I will
for a
charge you.
friend.
I will charge you a moderately nice fee. Just because I know you, I'll give you a moderately.
What is
nice
a moderately nice fee?
I need bread as well, Chief. Do you understand? Do you understand the context? I am back at varsity and I'm eating magwenya for lunch.
Fine, we'll talk offside. It's fine.
But guys, thank you for listening to the poem. I hope it traumatized you just a little bit.
Oh, you know it does.
So thank you for listening to my point of view. Mpo, thank you for your poem as well. It was very insightful, and I liked how it merged in the sense that we didn't plan this. Like, I think even in the previous episode, we had poems that kind of merged, and it's literally not planned. So I appreciate how the universe speaks into our minds to be like, perform this poem, and when I didn't perform that poem, and then it's gonna merge nicely for the episode. So I really appreciate how the ancestors, as much as they're angry at me, that impo, I appreciate how they are also happy to be like, yeah, man, Chara, let me give you like a young nice thing here, nicely, you know. I appreciate that. And Dade Pila, we thank you for being our resident fact checker. We thank you for your insight into Robert Pattinson. And I know Mpo over there is going to be like, fuck that nigga, but it's fine. So, so I just want to say, everybody, thank you for listening to the podcast. We will be back on all digital platforms as soon as possible. Stay tuned.
Definitely, definitely. And we love and appreciate every single one of you.
Thank you very much.